Okay. So it's not only professionally we use Excel, but in personal level also we use Excel. Now, giving you examples of that is, making a list of something. Suppose, we all, me and my friends have planned for what do we say, a farmhouse party. And you need to know a lot of things to note down. Where do you note down? Some people note down in WhatsApp, some people will note down in the notes or somewhere. And I am a kind of person who note down things in Excel because it is very easy to keep a track of it. You can categorize whom to give what. Now imagine if I start writing that same thing in a, suppose everyone has a notepad, right? For example, notepad. So what I'll write, cool drinks. Okay, Hemant will get cool drinks. Okay, snacks. Some person Rahul will get snacks. A lot of items comes with this. Speakers. One person will get speakers. Noting down this is little difficult, and then I have to write amount also. Then I will write amount 900 rupees, and this person will write amount 2000 rupees or something like that. Now the same thing. What I'll do is I will just put it in my Excel sheet. I'll just open one Excel sheet. Now you see, I'll write cool drinks, snacks, and what did I write? Speakers, games, cards, or whatever items. Now I can write who is getting cool drink. Hemant is getting cool drink. How much is the amount? 1000 rupees is the amount. Who is getting snacks? Rahul is getting snacks. How much is the amount? 500 or 600, whatever. At the end, what I can do is I can simply do a sum of it and I can see, you know, how much was the total. Can you do this thing in your WhatsApp or notes or wherever? Now you imagine that you can use Excel in your personal life as well. It's not only this, you can categorize it into many things. Monthly grocery, keeping a track of your monthly grocery, January to December. You will see how much you have spent and how much you have not spent. Banks are giving us our bank statements in Excel. If you have ever downloaded, why do you think they give it in Excel? Because it is very easy to analyze the data, to keep a track of thing. You can easily do everything in Excel. So that is why I say that professionally as well as personally it is useful for us. Okay, now moving on. So can you think, now that I gave you an example, can you think of something which you can do it in Excel in your personal life? I gave you so many examples. Now think of it like I gave you example of grocery and I just gave you an example of a farmhouse party or something. Just think in your mind where all you can use Excel apart from these two things. Like just think what extra you can do. Mark sheet, okay. But like keep it personally, okay? Mark sheet, you will maintain your personal mark sheet in Excel. Huh? Daily wear purchase, okay. Kind of huh? Daily routine, okay, that also is there. Billings, okay. I see some messages in the chats. Assets, liabilities, okay, yeah, that is there. That's more of a professional. But yeah, assets and liabilities we do have at a personal level, yes. Okay, I'll give you some example. Maintaining a guest list. Suppose you are having a wedding party or an engagement party, you maintain a guest list, personal, professional, all people you club together and get whom to give which gift, all those things. Tracking of your job applications. You applied to 100 job applications. Usually, it's not very common in India that a person applies to 100 job opportunities, but in US and outside world, people actually apply to every company. They just apply and see whatever comes in. So they keep a track of their application, so that they can put the application number and search what is the status of it. And making a routine like a daily study schedule. When we were kids we used to write down timetable, 8:30 to 9 we will do this, 2 hours learning and then 1 hour for playing. All these things we used to put all these things, right? So that is where we can use Excel in a personal life. Now what we can do with in the professional life. Now in professionally, where do we now how Excel is, basically Excel is, as I showed you here, our Excel sheet looks like this. Let me just hide this thing so that. So Excel is basically a notebook made of all boxes. Now these are all boxes in Excel sheet. And in these boxes are basically called cells where we write whatever we want to write. It's not that number. You can write text, you can write sentences, you can write, special characters like at the rate, hash, dollar, whatever it is. You can basically write anything in this Excel. But when you actually play around with data, you have to keep that data in a specific format, which we will, go further and learn. Now tell me one thing. We discussed about the professional life. Now can you tell me where do we use this? Sorry, we discussed about the personal life where we can use Excel. Can you tell me in which fields of job market is Excel used? Data entries, yes.
Finance side.
Anywhere. Okay. One of you told finance side. Okay. Telecalling. Okay.
Maybe into MIS reporting as well.
MIS reporting. Yes. Perfect. So, like, I'll give you some real world examples. Yeah, these all examples are correct and obviously sit in this criteria. Uh, in schools we use for maintaining records, marks of people of so many people, data of their people. Like if even if you go back to school now and ask for 2010 records, they will definitely have the records because everything is saved in Excel. It's for tracking attendance, creating timetables. Everywhere Excel is used. And examples like shops and businesses to track the stock, how much stock is there, track profit and loss, how much loss happened, how much profit happened, whom to give the payments, what are the outstanding payments, what are the pending payments. Basically all these things are used. Lawyers use Excel to track their record cases. Now imagine a lawyer is fighting for 5 6 cases. Okay, he doesn't know which date is on which day. Obviously he will note down in a notebook, but do you think notebook is reliable in this day? Physically, is anyone noting down anything? Everyone is keeping a record, reminder, everything, right? And if he wants to learn about what happened on that, now that you're working on 6 7 cases, okay, all of a sudden one case date has come. Now you don't know what is that case about. So you will maintain a record, right? And you will put a summary that this case belongs to this guy, this thing happened, all these things. You know, that that's how you maintain records. And maintenance of record is basically a data entry, which is basically an Excel. Okay, in corporates, also the same thing. In corporates, we use Excel for reporting purposes. The corporates are same like businesses only. They are also doing one of their business. Now they now just a moment. Okay. Now in corporates, how and where do we use Excel is basically we have accounts receivable profiles, accounts payable profiles. Again, account receivable, account payables are nothing but the bills only. Receivables are something which we are supposed to receive. Payables are something which we are supposed to pay it outside. Okay. So we keep a track of that. We maintain balance sheets, as some of you have mentioned in the chat, that assets and liabilities. We maintain all this assets, liabilities, records, everything in Excel only, the balance sheet records. Now for assets, each of the part of that account, each of the transaction of that account is again recorded in Excel, and you do analysis on that. So basically it's used everywhere. In all the businesses Excel is used. Even in the current institute which where we are giving this Excel training, we are also using Excel to maintain the records of students. How many students have approached us, how many people have taken the course, how many people did certification, all these things. We keep a record of it. So you come after like 2 years also, your name will be registered here, your details will be saved here, and it will all there will be a record that you have attended or not attended everything. So each and everything Excel is used. So that's why I told that Excel is totally disrupted in the whole world. It's not that just one or two places Excel is used. It is used everywhere, and it has now become a mandatory, or the way it has the way communication is important to a person. Now Excel has been being an important thing in the Excel, in the for a person. Giving you a hypothetical example of my personal life. I work with a lot of engineers, okay, software engineers. Now, by software engineers, they usually work on codes, SQL, Python. different languages, VB.NET and something. Okay. So, and by the way, I'm a finance guy. Okay. I don't know much of the coding, but I know little. Okay. I can understand. So now they do their job. They do their work efficiently. I mean, there is no doubt. But when time comes to manage things, I'm sorry to say, but they are lacking. It's not that not everyone, but 90% of people I've seen that they lack in managing things. And by managing, it's about the project management is what I'm telling you. So they can't maintain the record of what, and they don't know Excel. They know Python. They are Python developers. Okay. And if I say something, we need to do this, we need to integrate this system to that system, everything they can do it. But end of the day, when you submit your work to someone, you keep a track of things, right? This task is done, this task is done. That maintenance is something which they are lacking behind. I mean, although they're very expert, but this is the bare minimum skill which you needed. So that's how Excel has become now a mandatory skill. So what we do in Excel is basically we store the information. Storing is one of the most important part of Excel, because only if you have some data, you can do something. Now, how storing comes, you either do it manually, you store it manually, or you get it from another system. Another system in the sense, maybe some person will send you some data and then you get that data into the system. You get this data from the online server or from anywhere else. That's the storing part. After you store the data, what do you do with the data? You play around with the data. Basically, you calculate stuff in the data. So you do a lot of calculations, plus, minus, VLOOKUP, you use all the formulas and stuff. And then you come to a final decision. And that final part is called analyzing the data. So Excel comes with three different steps: storing, calculating, and analyzing. Storing is getting the data. Calculating is performing calculations, basic to basic. Like suppose you have a student marks sheet. We have six subjects: Hindi, Telugu, English, Math, Science, Social. So, okay, you get that data. Teacher or any, teacher who correct the paper, she will put the data. This person got this many marks in this subject, all this thing. What will the staff member or teacher only do at the end? She will calculate all the subjects, she will divide all the subjects with the overall total, and she comes to a percentage. After she comes to a percentage, she will grade the person: A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade. And then if a class has, if the school has the facility of giving a rank, they will give first rank, second rank, all. Now all these things can be done in Excel, right? Now, what did the teacher do? She stored the data, she did the calculations, and end of the day, what did she analyze? Who got which grade and who got which rank? This is the analyzing part. I gave you one example, but in everywhere, every company or any firm, any role, this will only work. So storing, calculating, and then analyzing. That analyzing can be done with the help of interactive dashboards, pivot tables. Okay, so that is what we do in this whole thing. Okay, now next is now you understood where it is used, what it does. Now we will see what kind of job roles are there in market. Job roles, there are ample of job roles, but giving you some giving you the most of the most commonly used jobs where we use Excel. One is the MIS reporting, which one of you have told. MIS reporting is again a reporting in Excel where you create dashboards and stuff. HR assistants to keep a track of how many people they called, how many people attended the interview, how many people got the offers. Okay, maintaining balance sheet. Chartered accountants use Excel for doing the calculations and stuff. Sales coordinator, project management. In project management, we usually work on user stories. There is something called concept of user stories. We work on that. User stories are basically tasks. So in project management, we keep a track of tasks, how many tasks got completed within the time frame, how many are delayed, like that, keeping a track of that. Sales coordinators, like sales can be any sales, like sales of internet, like Act Fibernet you have, they come, Geo you have, they ask. They call you and they ask, "Oh, sir, do you need this connection, that connection?" They keep a record of this in, data. Banks for the loans and sells. So people who sell loans, they will also keep a record in Excel that we reached out to this guy. This guy said yes, no, maybe, whatever it is. So everything, all these things are done in Excel, and all these are job roles which requires your Excel skills. Now, sales is like you call and you just tell, right? But where do you record? You record at the end of the day in Excel, right? So that is like a, call center job where you're calling people and selling your product. But at the end of the day, what are you doing? You're recording. So call center, by when you hear of a call center job, what you will think? You need to just answer the phone. But these backend activities also you need to do. And for that also you need to know Excel, right? So these are all the jobs. It can be anything, admin, admin task in any schools, colleges, wherever you go, there is an admin assistant in offices and stuff. Everywhere Excel is used, from a top level CEO to a bottom level admin. Everywhere Excel is used. Even the top level guy who is a CEO, he will see the data in Excel only. The same data what you see in Excel, they will copy in PowerPoint and they will show it in PowerPoint, but the data initially is coming from Excel only. Why? Because Excel has that capability to store the data, calculate the data, and analyze the data. Okay. So this is all overview of Excel, what we can do. Now I'll tell you what you will learn as a part of this course curriculum. Okay. So, um, I mean, we also have this recording available, what I'm speaking now. But if in case if you are not able to access recording, or you don't have that much time to look for the recording for 1 hour again, I will just show you the way how you can download this course curriculum. Okay, just go to Google and search for Excelytics. Okay, and you get about our institute. Because I have used this frequently, it is coming on the top of the page, but it will still come to you in the first two links only, or you can simply write Excelytics Amirpet and you will get it. Okay, you come to this course consent, click on the link of Excelytics and you get this page, the website. This is our website. Okay, and when you come here, you go to the course and go to Excel. Okay, and you get this advanced Excel and macros training program. Now this is advanced Excel course, and the below is the VBA macros. VBA macros are for automating stuff. Okay, that's for the automation. Automation is nothing but in Excel, whatever task you do, if that is becoming a manual task to you every time, so people what they do, they automate it. By automation, they will just do a backend coding and they will create a button. The moment you click the button, your task which you're doing manually every day will get automated. It will automatically be done. So that's the VBA macros. Okay, that is a separate course in this institute. Okay, so come on the introducing MS Excel, click on the view course. Okay, you get this particular course. Allow a few minutes. Okay, so this is how the course content looks like. This is all the course content which we are gonna teach you as a part of this course curriculum. Okay, for the next 1 month. So what all topics we have is, first part is understanding Excel. It's just created like a part, but it's like a 10-15 minutes topic. Okay, what is Excel? What is its history? What is the basic terminology in Excel? What is spreadsheet? The Excel spreadsheet. What are the different versions of the Excel we have? And different file formats we have in Excel. How is the user interface of Excel? How it looks and feels of Excel. Okay, and then we go to the basic part of Excel where we have all this groups. Like all this groups is like this groups from home tab, insert, draw, page layout, all these things part we have in our introduction. Okay, now the basic Excel is that cut, copy, paste, font group, alignment, data types in Excel. What is conditional formatting? What is format as table, cell styles, fill option, clear and select. So basically whatever is there in this home section, this part, this part is your second part of your Excel. Okay, basic Excel. That's the basic Excel part. Now moving on to the advanced Excel is formulas. Now you see the formulas section. We have all these formulas, right? These formulas part is what the advanced Excel part is. So what is a formula? How do you write a formula? What is the syntax? What are arguments in the formulas? What are mandatory arguments, optional arguments? What are cell references? How can you write a formula? What are the different types of formulas? Now, we different types of formulas are text formula, date and time, logical, mathematics, statisticals, information, VLOOKUP, etc. And then we have report designing techniques. Now, report designing technique starts with pivot tables and stuff. So you have insert, all these things. You have insert where you can create a pivot table, pictures, shapes, formats, graphs, charts. All these things are part of your report designing techniques. Okay, so these are all your report designing. And then we have data management, which is this: how to get data from the external system, how to sort and filter text to columns, grouping, ungrouping of data, all this is whatever data is. Data management techniques are something you play around with the data inside the data. Okay, that's all about the data. And then we have the data analysis and visualization, where we extensively work on the pivot table and charts. Now, pivot tables and charts are basically you create a lot of pivot tables, charts, and combine them with a dashboard. Okay. Now, I'll show you how the sheet looks like. So let's come to dashboard first. I'll show you the dashboard. So at the end of the course, we will learn to create this dashboard. This dashboard means any dashboard. Now, at the end of the course, you will be able to learn how to create a dashboard basically. And then as a part of exercise, we will do this dashboard. Okay. Now, by looking at the heading, you can see this is profit analysis dashboard. Now, profit analysis dashboard in the sense, uh, by looking at the name, we are understanding that this dashboard will give you details about what is the profit of the company. Okay, it can be any company. Okay, now you see we have multiple filters here, like you have multiple charts created here by different categories. You have profit trend also. Okay, now how the dashboard looks like is if I click January month's data will show me January month's data. So this looks like a furniture office supplies data where you have furniture office supplies technology. And then you can see in 2009 what was my sale, what was my sale for furniture in 2009. Okay. And then what type of furniture was, you know, sold. All these details you have, and what kind of raw materials do you have. So this is how the dashboard looks like. Now this dashboard is combination of your pivot tables, charts, and slicers. So these particular boxes, whatever you see, are called slicers. Okay. These slicers are connected to a pivot table, which is this. That's a backend thing. So at the end, you show dashboard like this. Okay. And then these are charts. Charts are again connected through a pivot table. Now, when I click something, my chart is also changing. That is, there is a backend connection between these two. Okay. And this particular thing is a text box like that. So learning all different shapes, charts, pivot tables, you combine together and create a dashboard. Now the base data of all these things is sitting here. You see, this is the base data. From this part, I am getting all those parts. So this is what? This is your raw data, storing the data. First step, as I told you, calculations are here. You see, you can see the number of calculations on the top. You see, we look up the formulas which we use. These are part of your calculation. So you had the data, you did some calculations on the top. Okay. And then you finally analyze the data with the help of pivot tables and you put everything in the dashboard. And as you see, data analysis also, it says the thing. You know your data set, you see what is the objectives, you know the dimensions and measure, then you apply the table format. This is what you will learn at towards the end of the session. Okay. Now, coming on to the items or the files which we can share with you when we start our course. The moment you enroll for this course, we will be sharing with you a zip file. A zip file looks something like this. All these items are there, will be shared with you. Now this in this there are three main files, okay, which is very important for you and which we will help you learn how to navigate through it. And this three main files has everything whatever I covered in the part of this course curriculum. Everything will be mentioned there. Now this is our home page. So we will come to the home page later. Now we start about the Excel. So this is about the training. This is about the Excel. What like whatever components I showed you in this sheet, basically topics, all these topics, introduction, basic, everything. Excel user interface, customization, shortcuts we use in Excel. Excel really works a lot with shortcuts. Different data types we have in Excel. Okay, moving for further, we have number formats, clipboard, format as table, all this conditional formatting, filling, formulas. We will go through each and every sheet with you. Okay, this is one sheet which has the basic Excel thing. Okay, the second part is your formulas section. You have a separate file for formulas because as you saw, there are so many formulas, right? You see the section of formulas. You have date and you have text formulas, date and time, logical, mathematical, statistical, information, lookup, and references. So for each formula, we have each topic, date and time. See all the formulas we discussed in date and time. Logical, information, statistical, mathematical, subtotals, lookups, offset, index. Index again comes with index and match. Then we have an exercise on EMI table, named ranges. So all these are your formulas. After formulas, you have something called one more file is other features. Other features are basically apart from your formulas and apart from your formulas, data, and home, you have other features which is the charts, shapes, page layouts, review, view of data, review and view. This one, okay. So we have this so you get these three files. Along with these files, you have some example data, functions library, practice sessions, some test will be there are some pre-recorded tests in the end, and there are some practice sheets which I will send you. um, Now how those practice sheets is whenever I complete a major topic in the sense, just a moment. Okay, major topics in the sense when we come to the formulas, right? So formulas are something which you need to practice, then only you will get it. Okay, so I send some practice sheets like this. So this is one of the practice sheets which I give to my batch. Like this, I sent some 5 to 6 practice sheets whenever I complete a topic, which is again the major topics, life if conditions, VLOOKUPs, index match, references, cell references. So when those topics are done, I send this file so that you guys get to practice. And if you get any questions, you can talk to me during that time. Okay. So these are all the practice sheets. So basically, you get that whole Excel course sheet where you get everything. Even the dashboard sheet is given to you. The sheet which I just showed you. Once again, did I close that sheet? No. Yeah, this sheet will also be shared with you. We will practice this also here, but as a for a saving purpose, we will share this file also with you so that you can also do that practice at your end. So all these things will be shared with you in the OneDrive in your Google, whatever email ID you give for Google. So that will be done after you start with the course with us. Okay. Now coming down to, yeah. So these are all topics what we learn in Excel. So strictly, we will go through each and every topic, whatever is discussed here. Now, for the person who knows Excel and who is here for the VB macros, now you are a person, you know Excel, you know all these topics, okay, and you wanted to learn the automation part of the Excel. For those people, we have another course which is called VBA macros, which you can get in touch with the admin team and check when is this course starting and enroll for this accordingly. Okay. So do not get confused between the automation part and the Excel part, the advanced Excel part. So What I recommend you is, go back home. You have this 2 days of time, right? Saturday and Sunday. Look at this course content. Evaluate yourself if you know these topics or you don't know this topic. If you know half of the topics and you don't know half of the topics, evaluate yourself that, because you are also coming with an expectation, and I want to have that expectation very clear that, these are the only topics which will be, taught as a part of this course. If you're looking for something VBA macros, go for the VBA macros. If you're looking for Power BI, Python or something, then go for that course. Okay. So that is the clarity I want you to have it here. And since this is the first page, so this first page has a lot of course offerings here. Like, we offer, as I told you, we have VBA. VBA macros are one and the same. Okay. Power BI, SQL, MS Access, data analysis and visualization is basically a full patch course content with Excel, Power BI, SQL, everything together at once. You have Tableau, and then there are some certifications which we have. These are Microsoft certifications, not this institute certifications. And obviously, you must have seen we have a lot of reviews by a lot of students in the market, like in this course market, which you see in the whole of Amirpet. So I can proudly say that we have a good number of reviews. So that reviews are here. You can go through some of the free content which we have on our YouTube channel. Apart from all these things, our institute conducts certain Excel workshops. Okay, that will be a free of cost. That will be shared with the students who are there, like enrolled students. Like, now you enrolled it, right, and you are going through this, but after 2-3 months there will be an Excel workshop. We do that frequently, and that Excel workshop link will be shared among all the students in our database who all enrolled with us and stuff. So such types of events also we will do. So, and then if you are looking for any other course, like after Excel, like, I would recommend, once you learn Excel, have a 1-2 months of hands-on experience on that. And then if you're looking for more advanced things like Power BI developer or learning SQL or something, then first you need to have hands-on on Excel before you go to the Power BI or macros class, because all these things are connected with Excel. The Power BI is also connected with Excel. Tableau is also connected with Excel. I've worked on Power BI, I worked on Tableau. So I know for that you need to know Excel. If you understand the functionality of Excel, that is where you will understand how Power BI and Tableau works. But if you go to Power BI and Tableau class without having Excel knowledge, it will be very difficult for you to get into, hands on that experience. Okay. So for that, whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking of, just make sure you go through the course curriculum. Make sure you know everything. If you know everything, I would recommend you to go to Power BI class or something. But if you don't know things, just um and if you have that feasibility to enroll, you can enroll for it, and we will teach you all those topics mentioned there. Okay. So before I start with online folks, offline folks, do you have any questions? Any question pop up on your mind regarding this course, curriculum, or whatever it is? Feel free to ask questions. Maybe think, I mean, I'm not putting you on the spot, but think of it and ask questions. Meanwhile, online folks, do you have any questions? Do you think all your queries are, resolved by what is there in this course content? What do we teach? How Excel works? Online folks, I think I'm audible to you guys, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah. Does any question come to your mind?
If I know Excel after that, what I skill expected based on Excel.
So again, it's like, if you know Excel,
Mhm.
and it should be like, what do you want to do in future, right?
Actually, I don't want to IT. I don't want to develop. Just based on Excel, what I am creating opportunities like.
So we discussed, right? There are a lot of opportunities only with Excel skills, like as I mentioned, MIS reporting, data analysis. There are lots of opportunities, financial planning and analysis, accounts payable, accounts receivable. All this works on Excel only, purely
Okay.
Excel.
Yeah. యాక్చువల్లీ ఎక్సెల్ ఓన్లీ ఎక్సెల్ తర్వాత ఎక్సెల్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ఎక్సెల్ బేస్ చేసుకొని ఇంకొక ఏదైనా స్కిల్ నేర్చుకుంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎనఫ్ ఫర్ ఉంటుంది. ఈ రెండు చాలు అన్నట్లు ఉండి తర్వాత మంచిగా వీటి మీదే మనం బేస్ అయ్యి జాబ్స్ కొట్టడానికి ఉపయోగపడేవి ఇంకా ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి అన్నట్టు.
So MS, so you can go with Power BI.
యాక్చువల్లీ ఓకే ఓకే.
Power BI is also a data analysis thing. So what we do in Power BI is whatever dashboard we created here, right?
యాక్చువల్లీ ఇప్పుడు పవర్ బిఐ మార్కెట్ లేదు కదా.
Who told there is no market in Power BI?
సో మెనీ వీడియోస్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ యూట్యూబ్.
Oh, okay, go on LinkedIn, search for Power BI roles. There are ample of opportunities. Again, don't go with what people are telling on YouTube and stuff. Okay. In order to, look for the jobs and all, you have to go to LinkedIn, go to Naukri, even ask ChatGPT, they will send you the links. Just go to ChatGPT. I know Power BI, I have the skills, I live in Hyderabad. Can you please tell me the trending? Can you please tell me the job openings? It will give you the list of job openings, whatever they have. They will search LinkedIn, Glassdoor, every site, and they will give you. Okay. Just, Power BI, you're telling there is no course. Day before yesterday, my sister gave an interview. She knows only Excel and Power BI. She gave an interview for a manager role. Okay, and the skills needed was Power BI, purely Power BI.
హౌ మెనీ
Okay,
ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్?
what 8 years of experience, but purely Power BI. Not 8 years she worked on Power BI. She knows Excel, she knows Power BI. That's
ఓకే.
it. It's not that 8 years she was sitting on Power BI and learning. Okay, just don't tell me that there are no job opportunities for Power BI, please.
Which is better Power BI or Tableau?
Power BI, see, I'll tell you, Power BI and Tableau are both
Both
the
of them
same. Okay.
similar
The thing
products.
is, Power BI is a Microsoft Office product.
Okay.
Tableau is another company's product. Okay.
Okay.
Just like the way you have car, you have Mahindra, you have Tata. Both
Okay.
has four wheels, both has the sitting capacity.
Yeah.
It's just the difference. The difference is the company's difference.
Okay.
Logics are same inside. Both will
Okay.
work nicely with Excel. I worked
Okay.
on both Tableau and Power BI. Both works nicely with Excel. So
Okay.
it's just that whichever you want to learn, you can learn. Both has good demand in the job market. Yeah, just please don't pass on this news that there are no job markets. I mean, I'm not authorized to show you the jobs here on Google, or else I would have just opened Google and show you how many jobs are there for MS Power BI. Okay.
ఓకే. ఓకే. కాకుంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను మీ దగ్గర ఎక్సెల్ నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను. తర్వాత పవర్ బిఐ నేర్చుకుంటాను. బట్ కాకపోతే నేను ఫ్రెషర్‌గా ట్రై చేయడానికి నాకు స్కోప్ లేదు. సో, నేను ఎక్స్‌పీరియన్స్ పెట్టి ట్రై చేయాలనంటే నేను
There are no, there are there will be fresher roles also. See, again, I'll tell you, the more the you need to try a lot outside in the market. Okay, there are so many people who knows things and who are applying for job. It's just that how you can stand yourself out when you give interviews. Okay,
ఓకే.
that's important. Basically, everything needs their communication is important, critical thinking is important, and skills are also important. Skills is something which we are providing you with the help of this course content, but rest other things you need to get yourself confidence on and then do it.
ఓకే.
So this is all about it.
ఇప్పుడు
Anyone?
ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఏమైనా చేస్తారండి ఇప్పుడు ఎక్సెల్ మీద?
Yeah, this is the project which we are doing now, this dashboard preparation.
ఓకే. ఎన్ని ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ చేస్తారండి?
We will give you one, we will show you how to create a dashboard. We will do one project here. Rest
ఓకే.
all you have to practice it on your own.
ఓకే. ఓకే. థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.
Yeah.
Thank
Hi, Emma. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, Mohan this side. So daily 1.5 hours we will attending the course online. So how much you will feel we need to give the time for the practicing, because getting the knowledge is not important. Doing the practice is more important.
Yeah.
What I think.
See,
So how much?
practice, I recommend you to practice like daily half an hour practice is enough, to be honest. But if you can devote more time, you can devote more time. And if you can't give time on a daily basis, choose a day. Like for you, since you're doing a weekday batch, Saturday, Sunday is a good time. You will get the course recordings also. Okay. Just after the course is completed, we will send the recording like within 1-2 hours. Okay. And then you will have the recording with you. Again, recording will be shared on your YouTube. Okay. And that will be an access restricted, which means whatever Gmail ID you give to us for the course, the same Gmail ID will be given for your recording access. You cannot access the recording with someone else's Gmail ID. Like you can't access the recording with your brothers, mothers. Okay. You even if you share with others, the access is restricted to your Gmail ID only. And this recording will be there for you for the next 6 months, okay, from the course. Okay. So until 6 months, you have time to go back to the recording, do it, practice it, and then come back. I mean, and then, learn. So practicing time, you have enough time, but during the course also, you can practice it. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. After course, you anyways have the recordings with you. So you can go through the recordings if you think that your practice has been stopped or something.
Yeah, yeah. And so I have planned to learn like Excel and advanced Excel, SQL and like Power BI. So should I go with this course first and then I can go for the advanced Excel, or like how can go?
Like this is the advanced Excel. So you are talking
Okay.
about the VBA macros?
Yeah, VBA macro also are required for that my job actually.
Okay, so yeah, you learn Excel, practice it. If you think you understood the concepts and all very well, like after practicing, you think you got good hands-on experience, then you can continue with the VBA. If not, take some 10-15 days of time, ask to the institute whenever there is the next batch, go for that next batch.
Okay, got it. I mean, this is completely covered by only advanced Excel apart from the VBA macros.
Yeah, as I told you, right? This is all
Yeah.
the topics which I just showed you on the screen. That is the topic I will be, doing as a part of this course curriculum.
Okay.
Sir, I have two questions here.
Yes.
Yeah, one thing is like about do we have like if we learn Excel,
Mhm.
how good can we play with Google Sheets? And
So
one more.
see, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Ask me another question also.
And one more thing is that I just wanted to understand because MIS reporting deals with more of sheet integrations and everything, right? So I do not see those if it is in like included in any of the topic. But I do not see anywhere it's like sheet to sheet connection and like workbook to work connection is there. So if it is missed from my end, if you can please like let me know where exactly is that covered in that content topic. If you can guide me with that, that would be great.
So sheet to sheet connection is you are basically you mean you're getting data some other sheet like this. Like suppose like this. You mean like this? So
Yeah,
we
yeah, basically that.
yeah. So I mean this doesn't have a specific. There is no specific topic to sheet connection. Uh, but this is a part of the course only. Like we there are some formulas where we get data from other sheets and paste it in other sheet. Referencing, like suppose like not copy and paste, like VLOOKUP. Suppose VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is a function where you can get data from any sheet. So suppose the data is here, you do a VLOOKUP and you get the data here like that. So that comes with the formulas only. We don't have a specific topic for sheet to sheet. Now, Excel and Google Sheet are similar way. It says that Excel you can work offline. Google Sheet you work only online. Okay. Excel you can work offline and online, and most of us do offline thing. In Google Sheet you do online only. You can't use Google Sheet offline. Okay. But the concepts are similar in both. Maybe in Google Sheet you have one or two more, or in Excel you have one or two more, but 80, 85 to 90%, the same concepts are there, similar formulas are there.
So like if we learn Microsoft Excel, maybe we could be able to handle Google Sheets, is what you're saying,
You,
right?
yeah, you can handle Google Sheet, but not 100% to it. You can handle Google Sheet. Similar
Oh,
concepts.
if there is a percentage, since you said you're not 100%. If there is a percentage, then how much would be that?
Yeah, 85 to 90%.
Then that should be good. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
sir.
no problem. And please call me Hemant. Don't call me sir, please. Okay?
Yeah, my apologies, Hemant.
No,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Thank you. Anyone else has any questions related to the course?
Yeah, Hemant, I hope we will be getting the certification for this one also, no, completing the course.
So, so there are two certifications. One, you will get a certificate that you learned Excel from this institute, and there is one more certification of Microsoft Office, which is a Microsoft Excel certification that comes with some 8 to 9,000. That's the $100 USD certification that is conducted by Microsoft only, and today's dollar rate is 88 rupees, so 88, 89. So 8,900 will be the dollar fees of that. For the certification, if you are interested in doing the certification, you can reach out to the admin. They will give you all the process steps of the certification. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. And regarding the certification, we have some more details here. So this one, Excel specialist. So it is, as I told you, $100 thing. Okay, you can reach out to admin. They will give you all the details on it, certification.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, Hemant.
Yeah, 1 second. There is an offline question.
Yeah.
Yes, any questions?
Yeah, Hemant, I have one question. So these days we can see Excels with a ChatGPT or Copilot, right? So do we have any special classes like
Yes,
multiple special? Yeah,
for Chat GPT, we will, as I told you, we will have those workshops, right? So we will send you workshops of Chat GPT and Excel. Currently, we have a pre-recorded session for the Chat GPT, but in case anything happens like that in the future, we will send you the Chat GPT. And I think we don't have Copilot, we have Chat GPT with us. So we will share whenever there is a workshop for Chat GPT.
sure, Hemant. Thank you.
Yeah, regarding the dump for the Microsoft certification, uh, please reach out to, there are materials, please reach out to the admin team, they will help you with that. And I see there is a question, if I learn Excel, which is better skill after MS Excel. So um, after Excel, you know what? I would recommend you to first get into Excel, get hands-on and experience. Then you need to decide which skill you want to learn. You can learn Power BI and Tableau both, or you can just learn one skill and then look for the opportunities for that particular skill. As I told you, there are ample of opportunities for Power BI also. There are ample of opportunities for Tableau also. Again, it depends on you, which one do you want to go. Both are similar to each other. Like I'll tell you, it's like if you learn MS Power BI, you will at least know 30% of Tableau. It is that similar, 30 to 40% of Tableau. It is that similar, but user interface again changes. Top items will be the same inside. At the end of the day, both of you will do reporting in Tableau and Power BI. It's just that, you know, the way of doing is different. Okay. So I would recommend learn Excel if you don't know, get hands on it because concepts are important. These concepts will be used in Power BI and Tableau. Okay. So you need to know concept, right? So first learn the concept and then apply for whichever you want, Power BI or Tableau, or you can live your life with Excel also. That skill is also enough. It's just that you know how you, again I said you, how you communicate, how confident you talk in front of the recruiter, and how nicely you work. All those matters, you know, in career. Skills are important, but that is also important.
Hemant, one question. What is the version that we're going to learn here, and what would my system configuration requires for the same like version that you're teaching?
So
Could you please
currently I
explain?
am in 365 version. Almost all versions have the functionalities. I don't think anyone is still on 2016 or 2013 version. I hope everyone has surpassed 2021 version. But the formulas will work in everything. It's just that, you know, a few things which are different in each of the versions, like the way we store the data is different. I think everyone has passed 2021 or 2019. That's enough. More than 2016 is enough, but I don't think anyone here has less than 2016 version. So to your question, 2016 and above works.
Thanks, Hemant. Thanks.
VBA is not required for Power BI. VBA is again for automation. If you want to do something automation in Excel, then you do VBA.
Okay, okay. So if non-IT related, only Excel is enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
only
VBA, coding
mm,
is there. Yeah.
MS Excel and VBA is enough for non-IT side.
See, VBA is not necessary
Mhm.
unless you're doing automations.
Okay, okay, okay,
If you're doing automations, then you learn VBA.
okay. Mhm.
And I told you automation is something which you do with a
Mm.
repetitive task which you're doing on a manual basis. That is something automation is required.
Thank you for the clarity.
So Hemant, my version is 2013 version, which is less than 2016. So do we have any download from the Google? Do we have any steps?
So you need to take access. You have some student license access from, uh, see, I'll tell you, your formulas will definitely work in 13 version. It's just that the storage capacity may be less. Just a moment.
Okay.
One moment.
Yeah.
Okay. See, 2013 also it will work. It's just that some functionality will not be there in 2013. So if you want to take, you can go to Microsoft Office and you can take a license from there. Uh, you will have a student license. You must be having some, nephew, niece, or somebody who's in the school or something, right? So you can take a license on them. You will get a lifetime license from there. You can go to Microsoft version. I mean, you can go to Microsoft Office and download from there if
Okay.
you don't have a proper version, or you get some sold versions outside in the market. You can just take it from someone. They take some 100, $200 to do it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Any more questions, guys? This duration is 1 month. We will try to cover everything in 1 month. If not, 1 or 2 days extra will be there. That we will communicate. Suppose now Diwali is coming. If people are not, it's not about people. If even I'm not available, we will let you know. We will let you know over WhatsApp if we are not available, and we will take 1 day forward. Like, I think Diwali is the only festival which we have in 1 month. The rest all are done now. Direct Christmas. Yep. Yep. Guys, any questions? Or are we good? Yes. Okay. I don't know if Excel is used there, but if Excel is used, so I don't know. I don't know much about the clinical data management, but if Excel is used, then this will be helpful for you. So you need to know if Excel is used there or not, or maybe you need to learn that Oracle software or whichever software you told about that. This is purely about data analysis. See, I can't recommend you to put any experience. I mean, that is something out of scope of this course. I mean, this course is to give you training on Excel. About putting any experience, that is definitely your call, and I cannot tell anything on that. Okay. So guys, I recommend you to go to the course curriculum, understand if you are fit for that, and if you are fit, then you can talk to the management about the proceeding of this course. Okay. And any questions you have, you can talk to the management. You have the WhatsApp group. You can ping in the WhatsApp group as well. We will respond to you. There are 5 trainers in the group, so any one of us will respond to you as per their availability. Okay. So since we don't have any questions, I will stop this recording.